Yo, what's going on, y'all? This is Marcus Rosa, aka Mazuma TV, back at y'all with another live. Man, I hope everybody's having a blessed, beautiful, positive, productive night. I hope y'all having a great start to y'all weekend. I'm back at y'all with some things that's currently going on in the boxing world, and I'm here to just break it down with the motherfucking nation, man. I'm here to break it down with the mob, and we about to have some great conversations, man. We're gonna talk about Jaron Ennis exposing his truth. Shout out to YSM Sports Media for coming out. You know what I'm saying? With the interview, we're going to speak about Richardson, Hitchins, and Leon Paro's weigh-in. We're going to give our reactions to that. And then we're going to get into some open boxing topics. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that's in the building right now. My boy Blunt Sports says salute. Have a great show, brother. I appreciate you very much, man. Shout out to the boy Blunt. Big Soldier MX, what up? Coffee Plant said, one of your TikToks popped up on my For You page. You know I had to like and follow the John. I appreciate that, bro. Thank you. I seen one of the TikToks went a little viral. Shout out to Mazuma TV clips. I think the video is at like around 25K right now. So he doing a great job, putting those videos together and putting them up on the page to bring some light to Mazuma TV. I appreciate that very much, man. Tom is right. How Mark Day? Chilling, bro. You know what I'm saying? Got my son, been chilling with him, took him to the gym with me. Got some work done over there, making sure my fighters are doing everything they needed to do. Came back home, took him a bath. You feel what I'm saying? Laid him down. But now, I was chilling for a little bit. You know what I mean? Trying to. I've been busy all day, so I've been trying to, keep up with what's going on in the boxing world. Checking out some videos. I see Hitchins and Paro have like a little dispute over the gloves and shit like that. You know what I mean? I seen the weigh-ins. I watched. YSM put out that video with Boots. So Boots, spoke his piece. We definitely gonna talk about that. And just tuning into different lives and seeing what's going on. You feel what I'm saying? Marissa said, hello, Mark. How you doing? I already told you. I hope you're doing well, Marissa. Salute. Boxing with 2-4. What up? Thomas Wright said, Jermell just announced his comeback, and Mazuma TV will be the first to talk about it. Absolutely. I mean, it's been a long time coming, man. Jermell Charlo, I just seen that anonymous something in the group chat, and his caption says recess over with, and he posted pictures from his last fight with Canelo Alvarez and shit like that, man. It was a disappointing performance, so I guess it was easy for fans to forget about him after he just went away for a little bit. And I'm assuming he's coming back to the 154 division, because from what I understand, I still think like he's a champion in recess with the WBA and shit like that. You guys got to keep in mind he was undisputed champion before he went on to face Canelo Alvarez, and now 154 is a totally different division. It's action-packed. And, people can say whatever they want about Jermell, how he laid an egg with Canelo. I had my fair share of criticisms about it. But he may very well still be the man to beat at 154 pounds. And it's going to be very interesting, adding Jermell in the mix to see, how he competes with the new guys that are around. Tim Tszyu, who may be still available, Sebastian Fundora, Bakram Mordazaliev, Madrimov, Virgil Ortiz, Terrence Crawford is around now. Boots is, after he unified, I'm under the impression that he may move up as well. So it's going to be very interesting. It's going to be very interesting to see how he meshes up with all those different styles, because Jermell was the man for a good amount of time, but since he's been gone, some new motherfuckers done came up in the division. So he's going to have to come back, show and prove, and, attempt to get his belts back. You feel what I'm saying? I know. What up? Boxing with 2-4 says, if them gloves 8 ounce, they must have made the gloves with 8 ounce of padding around the wrist. I mean, that's what they be doing, bro. They definitely be manipulating them gloves to take away, the weight from like where the cushion is supposed to be, where the knuckles are. You feel what I'm saying? So, they definitely be manipulating them gloves to have the least amount of padding possible. But at the same, but then they put enough weight on it for it to be technically an 8 ounce glove. So a lot of commissions, they really have no choice but to approve it. You feel what I'm saying? And those I never dealt with Fly brand gloves, so I can't really speak on that. I know that's like overseas, I think that's like a UK brand or whatever the case is. I've dealt with Sting, I've dealt with Winning, Rival, just about every boxing glove, Everlast, just about every boxing glove, but I never dealt with Fly, boxing gear. So I can't really I can't really comment on it, but they did look very thin. I ain't gonna lie to you. Oh, he liked the comment saying, "Go get your belts at 54." Okay, so Jermell is actually answering questions. Somebody wrote Canelo money run out. He said not possible. Ain't even touch it yet. Somebody said you moving up a weight division or back at 54. Jermell says 154. Shout out to the 11 people that's in the building, man. If y'all can hit the like button, that's very much appreciated. Somebody wrote, man, we can't take you seriously. You don't have the passion anymore. He said, must not know me. You my motivation. So I'm assuming he calling him a hater or a detractor, whatever the hell he calling him. 154 King, Lions only, enough said. He liked that. Washed up. You out of D League now. He liked that. So he's definitely using this as motivation for sure. Niggas forgot what was happening in 2019 and 2022. Shaking my head. The face of 154 is back. Jermell liked that. You feel what I'm saying? So that is interesting. It's interesting seeing him back in the picture, and that just makes 154 even more lit. Like, it's already lit as it is. Motherfuckers having trouble holding on to titles at 154. You feel what I'm saying? So adding Jermell back in the mix after that Canelo Alvarez fight, he probably coming back into the division with a vengeance. You feel what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie to you. I think Jermell beat a lot of these dudes at 154 in all honesty. You know, he might have trouble with like a MarkMazuma and shit like that, but you know, I think he could beat some notable names. I think he could beat Virgil. You feel what I'm saying? I think he could beat Virgil. I think he could beat Bohachuk. I think he could beat some of these guys. I think he could beat Bakram Murtazaliev for real, but that's a hell of a fight. He can't afford to have any type of defensive lapses. Am I rooting for Hitchins tomorrow? I'm not going to say that I'm rooting for him, but I do believe he will be the successor that night. I do think Hitchins is going to defeat Liam Paro. That's just my personal opinion. You feel what I'm saying? Not necessarily rooting for him because I don't really care for Hitchins all like that, but I do think that he has the tools necessary to make this a clear victory. You feel what I'm saying? But Liam Parro can box. He got skills. He set up his punches really well. If Hitchins makes any type of, mistakes, Parro could catch him on the chin and make this shit very interesting. I was watching the Montana Love fight. He made that shit look super easy. And, Montana Love isn't an elite, fighter by any stretch of the imagination, but he's solid. You feel what I'm saying? And he showed he was levels above him. He made that look super easy. Subriel Matias, he's looked at as one of the most, still to this day, one of the most feared fighters, at 140. They still not trying to give him an opportunity. They still not mentioning his name. Even after he lost to Parro, they won't mention him, and Parro beat him. You feel what I'm saying? So he comes prepared, and this is going to be an interesting fight, bro. I ain't going to lie to you, bro. This is going to be a very, very interesting fight. Do I watch old fights, press conferences when I'm bored? Yeah, I do. I ain't going to lie to you. I like to replay old shit just to see. I like to watch old press conferences after the fight is already done. So like when just to see like the shit that they said and stuff like that. Like when Rolly got knocked out by Tank, I went right back to the press conferences and was just listening to him. When Tank beat Ryan, I went back to the old press conferences and just listened to him. Just to see if they said some things that actually, came to reality in the fight and shit like that. My boy Anonymous in the building. What up? He said if Hitchins pulls back or stays on the ropes like he sometimes does, Parro gonna catch him. Yeah, he gotta keep Parro at the end of his punch. He gotta keep him at the end of his jab specifically, and he needs to keep that shit in the center of the ring. You feel me? And instead of pulling straight back and allowing Parro to catch him, going backwards, Hitchins needs to continue turning him. He's gonna have to utilize his legs. You know what I mean? And his pivots. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I personally think. I think if he does that, he stays active with his lead hand. I think that it's gonna, it can infuriate Parro. I think it could really frustrate him and keep making him reset. As long as Parro is constantly resetting, he won't be in position to punch. So I think Parro, I think Hitchins has the tools, bro. You feel what I'm saying? And then looking at the weigh-ins, in all honesty, Hitchins didn't look drained like how I thought he would look. He actually didn't look too bad, in my opinion. You said Hitchins looked weight drained. I don't think so, man. I thought he was going to look way worse than what he did. You feel what I'm saying? And the reason why I say that is because, like, when you look at Hitchins on the scale, like, of course, he did a weight cut. You feel what I'm saying? So his face is a little skinny and shit like that. But I've seen niggas literally look dead on the scale. Hitchins didn't look dead to me. You know, he looked like he had a proper weight cut. It looked like he did what he needed to do in order to make the weight. You feel what I'm saying? Looking at his abdominal area, he still looked like he had some water in his system. He didn't look really drained to me. You feel what I'm saying? I seen he was chewing gum and shit like that. So, you know, them hunger pains definitely there. You feel what I'm saying? But Hitchins, I thought he was going to look worse than what he did. Like, when I'm thinking of, like, drained, I'm talking about, like, Devin Haney on the scale. Like, Conor McGregor, he was at 145 on the scale. Like, that's what I call a drain. Hitchins, he ain't look that bad. He might have to move up, you know, in the next couple of fights. You feel what I'm saying? But his weight cut didn't look too bad. I've seen way worse. They make a sacrifice regardless, y'all. So they're not gonna look the same how they did, you know, earlier on. The fight was announced. They cheekbones gonna be showing. Yeah. They removing water from their system. So all this shit that you got chilling in your face and all that, that's taken away. But he looked healthy. I'm gonna just say that. Jalil Hackett, I didn't get to see his weigh-in. Let me check his weigh-in out because he looked terrible against Pete Dobson. I ain't gonna lie to you. Let me see. He looked terrible against Pete Dobson. Like, that weight cut looked really bad. Let me see. Why is it not coming up? All right, let me see. Do I think the 147 weight cut is getting to boost? Not really. It makes the weight pretty easy from what I've heard and what I understand. All right, where is Hitchins at, man? I mean, Jalil Hackett. I'm just glad that Jalil Hackett got out of that Mayweather situation, bro. And since then, he's been put on some good platforms, got some good fights. You know, he got the right spotlight on him and shit like that. I can't find the Hitchins one. I mean, how the fuck I keep saying Hitchins? Jalil Hackett. I see Henry LeBron. Don't sleep on that, man. That boy could fight. You feel what I'm saying? That boy Jalil Hackett. I mean, fuck. Henry LeBron, he could rumble. Don't sleep on that, man. I see Mark Castro, a.k.a. Elon Musk in this motherfucker. Yeah, he don't look bad, though. Yeah, Jalil look healthy, too. That's what's up, man. He don't look bad at all. He looked terrible against Pete Dobson, though. Paro look worried. You think so, Double O? Yeah, he look. I mean, look, man. There's times where you may do something that's a really bad decision in camp. It could fuck up your whole weight process. You feel what I'm saying? Or if you just don't have the proper guidance with you in these camps, like you don't have the proper nutritionist, you ain't got a good strength and conditioning coach, or whatever the case is. You know what I mean? They pay the price for it. But once you start getting to a little bit of money, then that opens up more resources for you. You know what I'm saying? And it can make things a lot easier. What they doing with Mark Castro? That's a good fucking question because he done been around for a minute. I don't know, man. Maybe, some people's road to a world title is longer than others, man. So they probably feel like Mark Castro need a little bit more time to develop before he can go take that chance. or be on that big stage. You feel what I'm saying? There's some people that could win a world title in 10 fights. There's some people that could do it in 20. There's some people that may need 30 fights. And, you know, that it all depends, bro. Some people not going to be ready for a world title shot until they 6, 7, 8 years into their career. Sometimes longer. Everybody's route is different, bro. And like I said, when there's that much money being invested into a fighter, they're going to take their time until they feel it's the right time to cash out, bro. I tell y'all this shit all the time. Did Boots and Jalil ever spar? Yeah. Yeah, they did. Jalil know what it is, though. That's why he don't never talk crazy about Boots. Do I think Hitchins lost his last fight? I thought it was close. I thought Lemos was effective at what he was doing and shit like that. But I think I haven't watched the fight in a long time. But, you know, my first impression of the fight was that it was close. But Hitchins probably edged it out slightly. I never went back and rewatched the fight. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't really remember it like round by round. But like my initial reaction was, I was like, yo, you know, Lemos on his ass, but pause. But, you know, Hitchins, he was doing this thing. I didn't get to watch the fight live. I didn't. But I did watch it. Because there was somebody who posted the full fight on Twitter, and I watched it from there. Shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. Let me check how many likes we got. Let me see how many likes we got in the building, man. I know they be stingy with the likes sometimes. You feel what I'm saying? This live ain't gonna be like yesterday, so I ain't expecting a lot of people to be in here. You feel me? But we definitely gonna talk that talk. Ismail, the chef Muhammad, is different. They need to look out for him. Yeah, he's a problem, bro. For those of y'all who don't know who that is, that's one of Jaron Ennis's fighters, one of Boots' fighters, and he's a spectacular talent. Him and Boots are like best friends. They pretty much grew up together in the gym. You feel what I'm saying? So it's dope that Boots, you know, as soon as he got put on and he got put in position, he started putting his, you know, people from his gym on. And I think that's a great opportunity for Boots. But in all honesty, I don't know how far Boots wants to take his promotional career at this point. But with the influence that he has, bro, he could really sign some really good fighters that's from Philadelphia, bro. That's the thing, though. Like, we got two promoters in Philly that's former fighters right now. We got Danny Garcia and we got Jaron Ennis. Danny Garcia, he putting these young niggas from Philly on, and you know what I'm saying? They out here showing out and shit like that, but he hasn't been able to sign and seal like these top guys. Boots really has the power to really have a crazy ass promotional stable. If he were to really, you know, push for that. You feel what I'm saying? But I think Boots on a type of time now where it's like he a promoter, but like he only promoting shows that he's on. You know, once Boots gets in that situation where, you know, he's promoting shows that he's not even on and he just like in his promoter bag, he could really get Philly popping, bro. There's so many good fighters from Philadelphia that just don't got the opportunity to showcase, you know, their talents. Boots could do that, bro. How is Chef Muhammad a business owner when he has to box? Because he has employees. You know what I mean? He got employees, bro. That's responsible for running shit while he not there. You feel what I mean? But let's get into, you know, Boots' interview, man. Let's get into that. I'm not gonna be able to showcase the video on the screen because that shit gonna be all lagging and shit like that. But the video is already doing crazy views. It's only been 6 hours and it's about to hit 20K if it hasn't already. So shout out to Jermell Parker, man. He seen the people was asking for Boots, You know what I mean? Wanted to know Boots' thoughts. And I told you guys, before y'all formulate an opinion, man, try to get an account of everybody's story before you formulate your own opinion. And a lot of people, you know what I mean, people who probably didn't like Boots in the first place, they jumping out the window, talking crazy about him. He a duck, blah, blah, blah. I already done provided my, point of view on that whole thing. This interview didn't really change what I, initially thought. But this is Boots' reaction to what's been going on. And on some real shit, Boots don't sound too happy. So let's get into this interview. Shout out to the boy YSM, Jermell Parker.
Here with the most talked about man in boxing. Yeah, you name it everywhere.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Coming off of a unanimous decision victory, November 9th against Karen Chikazin. The bout didn't go the way that you wanted it to go. What happened?
I just went in there and then, it just, like when you fight guys that you already beat already, it's like kind of like hard to get up. And I thought I did a good job of, in camp of, trying to get up for this guy. But I for exactly how I trained. Like this was like on some lazy stuff, not being myself, not being sharp, and not having as much fun. I from like one.
That's real interesting right there. So Boots literally lets you know that he had zero motivation going into this fight because there's so many big fights that he had on the table that he could have possibly gotten. You know what I'm saying? But they mandated that he face Karen, somebody that he already beat before. So it was like, damn, I want to fight for a unit. I want to fight for all the belts so bad, but they're giving me somebody I already beat before. How the fuck am I supposed to stay motivated when I know there's better opportunities that I could be, taking part in instead? So you could tell. You could just tell how the way Boots was, like he wasn't really looking forward to the fight. He didn't really care too much for it because it wasn't anything significant to him. As soon as he won a world title, his main objective was to fight other champions. And, the IBF stepped in and was like, oh, man, no, fuck all that unification shit. You got to go fight the dude that you just beat last year, 2 years ago. So now Boots is like, damn, what the fuck? Like, this is a step backwards. So I can see how that could be demoralizing and, not motivating. You feel me? So he literally telling you like he trained on some lazy shit for that fight because, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't what the fuck was in line with, his goals. Let's continue.
Through 5, I had a little bit of fun, but after the 1 through 5 and 6 through 12, I just like, I don't know, I guess not frustrated, but like just the holding and just was a lot of things going on, holding and just a lot of things was going on, and like and it just
Nah, you was frustrated, Boots. You just go ahead and say it, bro. Like, and this was something that I said during my live fight commentary. I said Boots stopped having fun, during the fight. Like the first couple rounds, he looked like he was having fun. He was doing his thing. Then something just fell off. You feel what I'm saying? And, with Karen's tactics of holding and, not really cooperating, it frustrated Jaron Ennis. You feel what I'm saying? So that's exactly what it was. He don't need to sugarcoat it. He was frustrated.
There's a lot of frustration, and I definitely did not like my performance at all. And yeah.
You seem to get bloodthirsty after the knockout.
Yeah.
Right? Were you just trying to just get him out of there for the fans, or were you just trying to get him out of there because you couldn't get him in the first fight?
I mean, I feel like it's a little bit of like both, trying to get him out of there for the fans and trying to get him out of there because, I didn't stop him the first time. And, it just, that didn't go as planned,
Listening to this right here, it lets me know that Boots felt the pressure. You feel what I'm saying? He literally told you that he felt the need to go for the knockout with Karen because he wanted to get the knockout for the fans and because he wasn't able to knock him out in the first fight. So that just lets you know that he had a lot of shit on his mind in terms of, surpassing expectations. He wanted to satisfy a lot of people. So he wants to satisfy everybody that's in the crowd. He wants to be a showman. He wants to put on an entertaining bout. He wants to look impressive in front of his hometown. Then on top of that, he wants to surpass his previous performances. So that was on his mind as well. All right, I gotta do better than the last time. You know, he made it to 12 the first time. I'm gonna make sure he don't. I'm gonna try my best to make sure he don't make it. So he already put a lot of pressure on himself in terms of attempting to surpass his previous performances and trying to please his hometown crowd. My son whining a little bit. I might have to step away, y'all. Yeah, give me a second, y'all. My fault. All right, y'all. My fault. But anyways, like I said, he was facing a lot of pressure. You know what I'm saying, in terms of, you know, the expectations he put on himself, and, you know, just trying to appease the home crowd. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like my son gonna start complaining again. But yeah, man. So let's continue.
Now, you know, and I feel like I rushed it. And if I didn't rush it, I would have got the knockout. I did kind of like the exact same thing I did the first fight. I just rushed it. I wasn't being sharp, wasn't taking my time, was lazy. You know, I watched it a couple of times, and it just wasn't me. And I was like real frustrated with myself and things like that. And I just, like, after that fight, I just wanted to, you know, just take some time off, you know, chill with the fam, enjoy the holidays, and that's about it.
That's Boo's perspective, and you know what I take from that response right there is that he holds himself accountable. You feel what I'm saying? He's not sitting here, you know what I'm saying, trying to, you know, give himself praise and make it seem like he didn't do anything wrong. He's sitting here and telling you that he fucked up, that he did not, you know, live up to his own expectation, and he was frustrated as a result. So he just want to sit back, recharge, and you know, come back, you know, with different intentions going into his next bout. I always felt like as long as you're aware of yourself and how the way you perform, you are capable of change. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like it's when you're surrounded by enablers and you're living in delusion when you don't really make any type of improvements or get better as a fighter. You feel what I'm saying? So that's something that I definitely, you know, took from that response right there. You feel what I'm saying? Let's get into some comments. He said Boost already look nice and round. He been eating. I mean, the holidays is here, my brother. So, you know, niggas gonna eat. It is what it is. Sean Terrence said that Boost words, yet you will have people talking as if they know what's going on when they don't. Hey, man, it's a fact. Gonna be back strong, absolutely. And you know what's so crazy? People acting like Boost lost. Like, the expectation is set so high for Jaron Ennis that, like, if he performs to a level where you're not satisfied with, they'll treat it as if he took an L. You feel what I'm saying? It's just very interesting how how high the standards are for certain fighters. You feel me? Agent 007, what up? So let's get into it. Let's get into the rest of this.
Boots, the last time we heard from you, it was a tweet. It was kind of a reaction to the Virgil Ortiz negotiation rumors. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, it was just a lot of just like false information going around, fake news. I never had agreed to fight Virgil Ortiz on February 22nd, and when Eddie called on the deadline, I was undecided whether I was going to stay at 47 or move to 54.
Boom. He never agreed to it. So the fact that people acting like he agreed to it and then pulled out makes no fucking sense at all. He never agreed to it. Eddie Hearn reaches out to him close to the deadline. He said that he was undecided in what he wanted to do. You feel what I'm saying? So there was never an agreement in place. Boots never reached out and was like, yeah, I want to fight him. He just came to him close to the deadline and was trying to pressure him into making a decision, and he ain't take the bait. He was like, no, this is something that, I had to take time to think about. I'm not going to be rushed into making a decision. You feel what I'm saying? And plus 154 is not his fucking weight class. But anyways, let's continue.
Why were you undecided at that point?
I was undecided because, as everybody know, I want to unify, be lineal, or at least, be undisputed at 147, or get my hands on one of those titles. And what nobody knows is, well, everybody know, because everybody was quote unquote calling me the email champ. So with that being said, I never was able to, fight a world champion.
Yeah, agent.
Or take a world title from somebody. I was given the belt out of my hands. That was out of my hands. I couldn't say yes or no.
Does that?
So he's telling you that he wants to unify the division because he does not know how it feels to take a belt off of a fucking champion. Y'all called him the email champ. All right, so now his goals are to actually take a belt from a legitimate champion in his weight class, because he was ultimately given a belt after they stripped Terrence Crawford, and he didn't have no say so. It wasn't like a yes, I'll take the belt. It wasn't a no, I would like to fight for the belt instead. They were just like, here, nigga. He like, all right, now what? And since then, he's been defending the title that he didn't really grasp off of another champion. So his goals is, before I leave 147, I would like to at least fight another champion and take one of their belts from them. What the fuck is wrong with that?
Kind of like take away from like what you always dreamed of as a kid.
Yeah, it definitely take away what I always dreamed of as a kid. And I have yet to still feel that feeling of winning a world title and taking it from somebody, and that's what really got to me, and that's why I was indecisive on like what I should do, and that's why I took some time off from boxing for a little bit, for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
That's how you know Boots a dedicated motherfucker, because he said, I'm taking a break from boxing, and it was only for 2 to 3 weeks. That's how you know he a dedicated motherfucker, bro, because Boots was the type nigga, like, he'd knock somebody out on Saturday, then be on the gym on Monday working on his jab. He said, man, I needed to take a break from boxing, so I took 2 to 3 weeks off. Like, nigga, what? There be niggas who take breaks from boxing and don't show up to the gym for months. So that just goes to show how dedicated he is. And he thinks that he's that hard of a worker. Look how serious he is, y'all. He ain't playing. He dead ass. He dead ass. He looking at that as like, yeah, man, need to get the fuck away from the sport, man. I had to decompress. So, I left the gym for like 2 to 3 weeks. Like, like what, bro? It's like, like that's his definition of taking a break. Like, niggas be gone for months and then come back when they get a fight date, bro. I remember Javante was talking about how he don't train unless he got a fight coming up because he don't want to burn himself out. Like, this is shit that he said before. Juan Ocasio, he says, nah, bro, boots on the card would have been a good look. He was saying after Karen fight, he wants to move up, take on the best at 154, play that video. No, after his post-fight press conference, he said maybe it is time to go to 154. You feel what I'm saying? So he giving you his live reaction to his performance against Karen. He did not guarantee that he was moving up to 154. You feel what I'm saying? And then, you know what I'm saying? They say to never make a decision while you're emotional or in the moment. You feel what I'm saying? So Boots did what any other fucking man would do. I remember Peyton Manning after he won a Super Bowl. He said, yo, I'm emotional right now. I don't know if I'm going to retire. I'm going to take some time to fall back, and then I'm going to let you know of my decision. That's the mature thing to do. So instead of Boots making an emotional decision and saying, I'm going to move up to 154, he said, maybe it is time to move to 154. That's him contemplating. That's not him being definite. That's him contemplating, the idea of going to 154. He never said that he'll go up to 154 his next. He didn't say he was going up to 154 next. Now you're putting words in his mouth. He was contemplating the idea, and saying that you're actually going to do it is two different things. Like I might go buy, you know what I'm saying? I might go buy this new car. That's not. I might just buy that new Cadillac. There's a difference between me saying, shit, I might go ahead and get that new Cadillac, and oh yeah, I'm gonna get that new Cadillac tomorrow. Like it's a difference between contemplating and actually doing it. And it doesn't matter whether he said it more than one time. That's letting you know that it's on his mind. You feel what I'm saying? It was not a definite move. Show me where you talking about pull-up videos. Show me where he says that. Show me where he says he's going up to 154 next. Show me. Or did he say maybe? Because when people say maybe, how do you know that, Juan? How do you know he ain't stopping Virgil? Did you not see Virgil last performance against Sergey Bohachuk, somebody who's a lot slower than, Jaron Ennis, who's not a combination puncher like Jaron Ennis, somebody who is not as, you could say he's explosive, but he not explosive or athletic or have the hand speed of a Jaron Ennis. You feel what I'm saying? You just said he couldn't stop Karen. No, I said he didn't stop Karen. They fought twice. He didn't stop him neither one of those times. What are you talking about? How Virgil a whole different animal? He just had a controversial fight. His last fucking fight against Sergey Bohachuk. A lot of niggas thought he lost, bro. How the fuck he this different animal? No, he's a regular fucking boxer, just like everybody else in the boxing game. Stop gassing these niggas up, man. The fuck? Did y'all see his last performance, bro? He was running into shit, getting hurt, getting knocked down, and you telling me that he a whole different animal? How? Stylistically, if we talking styles, like if we really talking styles, Boots at 100%. Boots in general beats the shit out of Virgil Ortiz. Virgil Ortiz can't fucking box. He not fast like Boots. He ain't got legs like Boots. He don't counter punch like Boots. He don't do nothing better than Boots. He load up on every punch. He be falling over on his fucking punches. Like he not. Come on, dog. Yeah, recency bias is a motherfucker, bro. These niggas just be talking and don't even assess people's previous performance, because I always thought that you was always as good as your last fight. Boots, did he stop Karen? No. Was it his best performance? No. But did he beat Karen? Yes. Yes. If you are as good as your last performance, then Boots had a way better performance than Virgil Ortiz. Virgil Ortiz went life and death. Too bad we can't see. You see how these niggas be talking, bro? Don't be knowing what they talking about. Virgil, a whole different animal. Nigga touched the earth twice. Majimov got to fight 2 times. That's his choice. Ain't nobody telling him to do that. From what I heard, Virgil had a few options. He had a few options. They picked Majimov. That's on him. Salute to Majimov. How many fights he got? Majimov got like 10, 11 fights. He better be fucking active. How do you know it's a perfect time? If they already had a time frame of fighting in March or April, why the fuck would they fight? If they already got something locked in for March or April, why the fuck would he fight in February? He just told you that he hasn't been in the gym. Fucking Virgil been plotting on that fight date in February since August. Come on, dog. Trying to catch niggas slipping because the whole time they was thinking they was going to get that Terrence Crawford fight. Terrence Crawford. That Terrence Crawford fight ain't come, so now they scrambling for an opponent. Everybody else on the card had a motherfucking match except Virgil. So they scrambling trying to find somebody last minute. Stop it, bro. He didn't look bad. See, that's how you know this nigga just he don't know what he don't know what he watching. He don't know what he talking about. MarkMazuma didn't have to save the day. Did you not hear what the fuck I just said? I just told y'all that Virgil had multiple options to choose from, and he chose MarkMazuma. MarkMazuma ain't saved the day. That's just somebody that he chose. And it happens to be somebody who's fighting, you know, within 2 months of the February fight. And on some real shit, you over here calling MarkMazuma some type of hero. We don't even know if MarkMazuma gonna make it to the fucking Virgil fight. Keep it real. You don't even know if he gonna make it to the Virgil fight. What if Bohachuk clipping? Then what? What if he get injured? Then what? Fuck out of here. Niggas do not be knowing what they talking about, bro. But anyways, let's go back to this video.
So you didn't ask for the Virgil Ortiz bout to be at 147 pounds because that's what some outlets are reporting.
No. Why would I do that? You know, Virgil Ortiz, when the last time he made 147? And last time he got down to try to get to 147, he almost hurt himself. You know, I think he tried to fight Stanionis, 2 times?
Yeah.
Or something like that?
The first time, I think Stanionis had like appendicitis, but the other 2 times, he couldn't make it because he got sick.
So it was more than 2 times?
Yeah.
That's exactly my point. Why would I try to make somebody get down to a weight class where he almost hurt himself, killed himself, or whatever? And
that's exactly what we all been saying, bro. That everybody out here lying, talking about that fucking Boost offered to fight with fucking Virgil Ortiz. First of all, how the fuck is he gonna offer a fight with Virgil Ortiz on a card that he's not even promoting? This ain't a Matchroom card. It's not a Boost promotion card. It's a fucking Riyadh season card in association with Frank Warren, Queensberry Promotions. How the fuck can he offer anybody a fight on a promotional card that he don't even have a slot in? You feel what I'm saying? They just need to come out and say it. I seen Turkey Al-Sheikh saying that, oh, Boost gave me his word. Nigga, he didn't give you shit, nigga. What are you talking about? You said Boost, and Turkey Al-Sheikh contradicted himself in that one statement because he said Boost gave him his word, and then in that same fucking, stanza, sentence, whatever the fuck you want to call it, he says that he never deals with Boost directly. He said he doesn't deal with Boost directly. So how the fuck can Boost give you his word if you're not even dealing with him directly? Watch that interview that Ariel Helwani had with Turkey Al-Sheikh. He said Boost gave him his word, but he don't deal with Boost directly. If you don't deal with Boost directly, that lets me know that you don't talk to Boost. So if you don't talk to Boost, how the fuck is he going to give you his word? Make it make sense, yo. Make it make sense. See, y'all niggas keep talking in circles. Y'all keep bringing up the same old points over and over again. Y'all don't want to deal with the reality of the situation. You feel what I'm saying? No, an offer was made. An offer was made. No, nobody. I never said an offer wasn't made. He could still keep his 147 belt. That's the thing. Well, according to the information that I gathered, the IBF has this new rule now that if you were to move up and fight for another belt, you would have to vacate your title. This is what I heard. I don't know if that's true. I got to go back and do some research. But according to the people that I know that have close relationships with these sanctioning bodies, the IBF has a rule that if you move up to another weight class and fight for another world title, you would have to vacate the current title that you have. That's what I heard. I don't know if that's true, but that's just what I heard. You feel what I'm saying? So, and I think that's why Eddie Hearn has been saying over and over again that if Boots were to move up, he would have to vacate his title. I don't think that's for no reason. Yeah, Virgil not a full status WBC. Yeah, he's a WBC interim champion, but the WBC interim is still a belt. Y'all keep talking. Look. Boost claimed he wanted all the big fights. He just turned down the biggest opportunity of his career on the biggest stage for the biggest check. Straight duck. First of all, how the fuck is Virgil Ortiz the biggest opportunity of his career? What the fuck did Virgil Ortiz ever do? What the fuck? Because y'all be letting Tank come out here say that Shakur Stevenson ain't accomplished shit. What the fuck Virgil Ortiz accomplished? He ain't more accomplished than Boots. Who the fuck is Virgil Ortiz? Is it a great card? Yes. Y'all don't even know if it's a career high payday. You don't even know what they offering. Y'all niggas just assuming because it's Turkey Al-Sheikh that this nigga's gonna get a career high payday. Y'all don't know that. What was the if y'all know that for sure? What was Boost being? What money was Boost being offered? What money was Boost being offered? Yo, and y'all talking so crazy in the comments, nigga. Y'all already know how I get that shit up. Y'all niggas want to come. If y'all niggas want to come on StreamYard right now and chop it up with me face to face, we could do that. Cause y'all niggas be talking crazy, like y'all know something. Y'all niggas don't know shit for real, for real. So if y'all claim y'all know something, come up on the live and you know prove your case. Prove your case. He playing a violin like, what the fuck is you talking about, bro? This nigga's a clown. Niggas be having so much to say. As much time as you got, you've been commenting this whole time. You should have no problem coming up on here and speaking your piece. Corny as shit. Yeah, like Boost is the biggest fucking Virgil Ortiz is the biggest opportunity. Who the fuck is Virgil Ortiz? Who the fuck is Virgil Ortiz? And if we going off y'all logic, which I don't go off y'all logic at all. They offered Xander Zayas a fight. He said yes. They chose Majumov. Did he duck Xander? I say no, because he had different options in front of him that he felt that was more lucrative than a Xander Zayas fight. You don't hear me coming out here talking about he ducked Xander. No, he had a better option, so he took it. Boots feels like him unifying at 147, which he told you off of the rip. That's what his intention was this whole time. Soon as he came into the division and he became a contender, he told you he wants to unify all the division. He wants all the belts. He's been telling y'all that for years now. But because he's standing on his square, he a duck. Y'all niggas is weirdos, bro. Weirdos. He not gonna come on here. He don't want to get smoked for real. Can't talk that shit with me. He talk that shit in the comments.
And like that don't make sense. Like it's common sense. People should know that and read up on things and pay attention more. Like none of that stuff makes sense. Why would I bring him down to 147? Like it don't make sense. And it's a lot of people don't understand when you go up in weight and things like that. You can't come back down. That's hard. It's hard to do that. Just look at Roy Jones. Look at these other guys that went up. Kell Brook. Like people, when you go up in weight, you come back down. You either gonna hurt yourself or you're not gonna be the same fighter no more. So it's just hard to do that. And that was another big reason why I was undecided on whether I should go to 54 or stay at 57. I mean 47.
Okay. Yeah, I think the other time it was because the other time was with Michael McKinson.
Yeah.
I think 2 was with Stan Jonas and 1 was with Michael McKinson.
Yeah, I didn't even know it was that many times. But why would I try to bring him, squeeze him down to a weight class where he's not even gonna be his best at, or I know he's not gonna be healthy. Like that don't make sense. Or
I got a better question for you. He said who he beat. That's a bigger name than Virgil. Okay. How many he beat Maurice Hooker. But Boost has beat a former world champion. Are we talking? Are we basing this off of accolades or what? Because Virgil never won a world title. Not at 140, not at 147. You know, and he got an interim belt at 154. What are we talking about in terms of big names? We talking about popularity? Because Boost made it clear that his priority is beating world champions at 147. Yeah, bro. These niggas is crazy, bro. Who the fuck Virgil beat? Who the fuck Virgil beat to be this big name? Come on, man.
Probably won't even make the weight. It doesn't make sense. And people not thinking and using their brains. They just believe in whatever they see on the internet. They want to believe this. They want to believe that. At the end of the day, I realize no matter what I do, people going to say something regardless. They're going to have something to say about it. And then it's ridiculous.
NBA shot.
The whole world is calling you a duck, bro. Why did it take you so long to speak out on this situation in depth?
Not gonna lie, I was hot, I was heated, and I was angry, and I reached out to everybody involved, to get down to the bottom of what was going on, and it was just a bunch of like miscommunication and things like that, and I got a great team, and I hired them to do their job, but I just felt like I was out of the loop, and that's my fault, and like from this point forward, I feel like I should be. I feel like I will be in be more in tune with what's going on and more, vocal, and knowing what's going on and things like that.
So is that what you meant by the tweet? Like everything goes through you?
Yeah, like that's exactly what I mean. Like if y'all hear that from me, if y'all hear nothing from me or from from me texting it on social media or just me in general saying, if y'all hear them words out of my mouth, it ain't come from me. You know what I'm saying?
So you weren't involved in the negotiations for the Virgil fight at all?
No, they called on the deadline, and I was undecided. Like I said.
I want to send a shout out to one of my sponsors, SeatGeek. Disappointed. It was all over the internet.
Mm-hmm.
There's been a bunch of interviews. How didn't you know?
I mean, at the end of the day, people gonna believe what they want to believe regardless. But talks is talks, and negotiations is negotiations. Talks is rumors and things like that, and false accusations. Negotiations is somebody sending about agreement and things like that. That's a big difference. Two different things.
All right, so you were never sent about an agreement for February 22nd for Virgil Ortiz?
No, I never was sent about agreement.
All right, something else that people are being critical of you on. You've been echoing it with Terrence Crawford. And at 47 and when he moved to 154 pounds. So they're saying if you're willing to face Terrence Crawford at 154, why aren't you willing to face Virgil Ortiz at 154?
Terrence Crawford is a future Hall of Famer, if not a Hall of Famer. It's like the same thing with him, trying to get Canelo, and move up to 68 and only fighting Canelo. And nobody else at 68. It's the same thing.
Okay. I mean, that makes sense. What is Jaron and his plans for his next bout? Because the world wants to know.
2025 for my next bout, unification.
And that's all you want?
That's all I want. Unification. I like I said before, I gotta get my hands, on one of those belts, and I gotta get that feeling of taking a belt from somebody, and I have, like I said, I have yet to feel that feeling yet, and I feel like that's what I need and for my career and my legacy. Like I need to feel that feeling of taking that belt from somebody, and I feel like that stamp myself. Like for me, I feel better about myself, at 147.
Those are Boots' words. Oscar got over. They got to win without even having a fight. Your boy should have jumped on that fight immediately. That was an opportunity to become a real boogeyman. Bro, him not fighting Virgil don't. So because he ain't fight Virgil at 154, a weight class he don't even compete at, he's no longer this boogeyman. I love how y'all niggas be going about this shit, bro. That shit's so crazy. I just know that when Boots do move up to 54 and he do fight Virgil, I hope y'all niggas pick Virgil. That's all I'm saying. And he telling y'all in March or April, this is going to be a unification fight. That ain't good enough for y'all. Oh, here they go. Boots just talked too much about fighting all the top guys at 154. That's all. He put himself out there too heavy. That's why he getting all the backlash, if you're being honest with yourself. I am being honest with myself. And, of course, if motherfuckers are going to ask him, look, Boots is a fighter. So if niggas ask him, yo, would you fight this person? Would you fight that person? Would you fight that person? 99.9 of the time, fighters are going to say, yeah. Why? Because they fighters. And I'm sure Boots, when he was answering them questions, he was putting himself in a perspective of being at 154 pounds. But what I'm saying consistently throughout this entire time is that Boots made his intentions clear off of the rip. He told you guys exactly what he wanted to do from the very beginning. He wanted to collect all the belts. If not, at least become unified in the division. That was his number one goal before he moved up to 154. I can find plenty of interviews that back up that statement. And because he's following through with his statement, he's considered a duck. Shit is crazy. And it's not like he turned down a fight with fucking, this big megastar Terrence Crawford or anything like that. Virgil fucking Ortiz. Virgil Ortiz, who's not even as accomplished as Boots. That's who y'all saying the nigga is ducking. And they reached out to him during a fucking deadline, bro. So he's just supposed to accept it right away. He's not supposed to know the terms. He's not supposed to know the agreement. He's not supposed to know just say yes, nigga. Like, what the fuck? Y'all niggas, bro. I swear to God. I'm just glad that y'all niggas ain't managers. I'm glad y'all niggas ain't judges. I'm just glad that y'all boxing fans in front of a computer screen and not people that's actually involved with the sport, because if actual, boxing people had the mentality that y'all had, the sport would have been cooked a long time ago. Virgil been in 3 weight classes, never won a title in one of them. That's a fact. So he might as well do that. He might as well fight Xander Zayas, because Xander Zayas that been in 3 different weight classes has never won a world title neither. He started at 140 just like Virgil. He went to 47, couldn't make the weight no more, just like Virgil. Went up to 54 and is a contender at 154, just like Virgil. He might as well fight Xander Zayas. Them niggas got a lot in common. So based off of y'all logic, Virgil ducked Xander. Xander said they offered me to fight and said I needed to answer it at this time frame, and I accepted it within a minute. And then they went and they chose somebody else. So did Virgil duck Xander? No. The nigga had options, and he chose the option over Xander. He chose that one option over Xander. Just like how Boots had a decision to make to either go to 54 or stay at 47 and become unified. He chose the latter. So what the fuck is the problem? I just don't get how you could duck a nigga that's not in your weight class. Virgil need to fight Charles Conwell. That's a good fight. I like that fight. Charles Conwell, a dangerous motherfucker. I know that. He done put niggas in coffins before, literally. Listen, man, this y'all fucking opinion. I ain't about to sit here and try to convince y'all that, look, if you feel like Boots a duck, that's on you. That's on you, bro. Y'all not about to change my opinion, though. I know that. And I love how y'all saying for a big check. How much was the check? How much was the check? However the hell you say your name on here. Shane Cool, whatever the fuck. It was Shane Cool, whatever the fuck your name is. How much was the check? Boo should hire me as a PR guy. That's funny. So that's what we call it. It's funny. Bill Haney, you got 48 hours to take a test. What? Yo, Aaron, you all right? Boots gets $3 million fighting in Philly. That's what I heard. I heard he get more than that, but I just hope that when he go to 54 and they actually sit down and get a fight done with Virgil, I hope that y'all niggas pick Virgil. That's what I hope. Because it's going to happen. And when he beat the shit out of Virgil, we're going to see who's going to be playing the violin for real. But then at the same time, y'all niggas going to disappear. You know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas ain't going to face the music for real. Niggas is jumping around saying Virgil got a gift. Then all of a sudden, he's this fucking killer that could beat Boots. Ain't that some shit? That's what Bill said to Ryan. Yeah, but we wasn't talking about Ryan. That's why I'm kind of confused. What you talking about? Nigga said I should be a PR guy for Boots. You make a point that goes against them, then all of a sudden you know what I'm saying? What do I think about the drunk nigga who was arguing with Greg at Boots' last fight? I don't know. I think he ain't know what the fuck he was talking about. That's what I thought. What he was saying, I forgot what he was saying though. I think he was saying like Boots, like he said. I think he was saying like Boots ain't it and shit like that. It's like y'all niggas, bro. Niggas like that, bro. They just look for a reason to hate because they already don't like that individual, whoever it is. Don't even gotta be Boots. As soon as they see a little slip or they see something that they perceive as like not being perfect, they gonna come out and they gonna talk shit. That's what they do. He said Boo's gonna do him like how he did you above. I remember that fight. Salute Lorenzo, what up? So we spoke about Boo speaking his truth, man. There's gonna be people that agree. There's gonna be people that disagree. It is what it is. We spoke about Hitchins and Leon Paro weighing. By the way, Paro looked the exact same the whole training camp. He didn't look like he lost a single pound for this weigh-in. I would love to know what Leon Parro walks around at. Cause he barely got abs. It's like he looked like he could make 35 if he really wanted to. Swear to God. Parro looked like if he really wanted to, he could make 135 though. Swear to God. So, but you know, it looked like an easy weight cut for Leon Parro. It looked like he ain't had to cut no water for real. So they both made weight. I think Hitchins is like 139.8. Then I think Leon Parro was like 139.6. So they good. They ready to go, man. They got some fights on there that I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to seeing Christopher Diaz versus Henry LeBron. I want to see Jalil Hackett get that shit on. There's gonna be a lot of fights tomorrow, bro. I'm gonna have to be on two different screens, watching the fights and shit. I could split my screen too. I know how to do that, so that's probably what I'm gonna do. Big Soldier and Max talking that shit. Boo's gonna be the most hated fighter in boxing after Haney fall off. I don't think anybody get more hate than Haney though, bro. Like that hate over there, that shit's different, bro. But because I'm saying that, I'm a fucking Devin Haney mega fan. I'm just saying, I'm looking over what everybody's saying, and the way they be talking about Dev, when they said that Ryan Garcia got exposed for PEDs, bro, I've never not one time seen somebody hate it so much that people jumped up and defended the drug cheat. I'm like, yo, this shit insane. Like, I've never seen no shit like that in my life. Because usually when somebody fell for drugs or whatever the case is, they start shitting on the nigga who tests positive, right? Bro, because just off the strength that it was Haney, niggas was like, oh, man, come on, man. He ain't need that to beat Haney. Oh, but that's not the point. Regardless of whether you feel like that or not, he used it against Haney. Oh, but, man, it's only a billionth of a gram. Man, clenbuterol don't make you better. Yo, Devin Haney hate was real, bro. They still get off on John Jones because of testing positive. They should. They should. I think despite him being a drug cheat, I still think he the greatest mixed martial artist of all time. You know what I'm saying? Because, all the victories he had, they never found no drugs in his system. So who's to say that he was on it? But then who's to say that he wasn't on it? You feel what I'm saying? Because once you test positive for a PED, man, one of the questions that comes up is, all right, so how long you been getting away with this? And a lot of people are going to find it hard to believe that was your first time taking it. It was just your first time getting caught. You feel me? But the standard is always different. If the roles was reversed, and let's say Devin beat the shit out Ryan, and I spoke on this a million times, so I ain't gonna stand on it too long. But let's say Devin beat the shit out Ryan, right? Dropped Ryan 3 times, just like 3-4 times, just like Haney. Like, let's say it was just the complete opposite. That same performance, but the complete opposite. And Devin Haney tested positive, bro, they would try to lynch that man. The boxing world would have stopped turning. Niggas would have been getting all types of threats, and Devin Haney would have been suspended probably 3 times longer than Ryan Garcia got suspended, bro. Swear to God. Nobody would have came to Devin Haney's defense or try to degrade a performance enhancement drug. Nigga, it's banned for a reason, bro. I wonder what Daniel Cormier thinks about the Devin versus Ryan fight, considering he went through the same thing with John. I'm sure he feels some type of empathy for Devin Haney, because he fell victim to the same shit Devin Haney fell victim to. You feel me? I'm sure he feels some type of empathy, like, yo, I've been there. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I know how you feel, brother. Like, it is what it is type shit. They never keep the same energy, Sean. Some niggas got the complexion for the protection. It's never the same energy when there's a black person involved. That energy they give to that white man, they never gonna get the same energy to that black man. Black athletes never get, and I learned this in boxing, they never get the benefit of the doubt. Somebody that look like Ryan, they could get the benefit of the doubt. But if you look anything like Wilder, Haney, Shakur, Tank, whatever the fuck, you never get the benefit of the doubt. That's just the type time we on, bro. Shout out to my boy Dangerous Desires Bullies. He said Victor Conti said that thyroid medicine is performing enhancing and it's not on the ban list. People get away with all kinds of stuff. Oh yeah, that's whole. No, there's. Let me tell y'all this. So what a lot of people don't know is with these performance enhancement drugs, and this is something that I learned just talking to other people and shit like that, that PEDs are banned by the molecular bond, right? So let's say steroid X is banned, and the way that the molecular bond is set up is A, B, and C, right? It's banned by the molecular structure. That's the molecular structure, A, B, C, right? There's chemists that are capable of how can I say this? There's chemists that are capable of restructuring the molecular bond, and they could set it up like ACB. And because they restructured the molecular bond, it's still a performance enhancement drug, but technically it's not banned because the molecular structure is different. You feel what I'm saying? I hope y'all catching my drift. So they'll reap the same benefits because it's still a performance enhancement drug, but because the molecule structure is different, it'll slide past the system. You feel me? This is shit that I've heard before. And that's how a lot of these dudes be finessing the system. Have I ever sparred someone who was on the juice? Not that I know of. I hope not. But on some real shit, there was one time that we were dealing with a fighter who was from North Carolina, right? And he's no longer boxing anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because he ended up getting exposed, clipped off, and shit. He ended up getting his ass whooped. I think he ended up going to the military or some shit. But I remember the one time he was getting ready to spar and he had his shit on, so he couldn't reach in his bag. So he told me to reach in his bag and grab his mouthpiece. And he was like, "Oh, it's like it's in the big pocket or whatever." So I'm going through the bag. When I'm going through the bag, I see this like a jar. And right away I knew that this wasn't something that he was supposed to have, right? So I'm like, I don't want to be too newsy, but at the same time, you gave me the opportunity to look through your bag. Like if you had shit that you knew I wasn't supposed to see in there, you shouldn't have told me to went through your bag. You should have just took the gloves off and got it yourself. So I asked him, I was like, yo, so what's that shit in your bag, bro? He's like, what you talking about? I said, that shit that's in that jar, nigga. Like, don't tell me that's what I think it is. And he looking at me, and I could tell that, like, I could tell in his eyes, he trying to come up with some shit to think of. And he like, man, don't worry about what that is, man. You know, and it was pretty much trying to sway it, like, where it's like everybody on that shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like everybody on that. He said, everybody do it to get an advantage. Everybody, we all need an advantage. And I was like, I told the people that was around me, I said, yo, I don't want nothing to do with that nigga, bro. Because like I said, I seen pro fighters growing up that, you know, had their faculties together and all that shit. And then, you know, I seen them get hit too many times, you know, and all of a sudden, you know, they can't formulate sentences. They can't keep themselves still. They can't count their money. You know what I'm saying? So I seen people fall victim to the game. So when I see somebody, you know, trying to find some sort of advantage to try to hurt people, even more than what they already getting hurt, it rubbed me the wrong way. And I never dealt with that dude again. You feel what I'm saying? And he ended up, you know, fucking himself over anyway. You know what I mean? He lost to some bum with a losing record and shit. And then he ended up, you know, running away from Philly after that. But I seen it happen, bro. Seen it happen. There's a lot of people that I'm suspicious of being on the juice, but I can't prove it, so I just keep that shit to myself. Yeah, that's definitely karma. He got clipped by some nigga named like Juan Rodriguez. And Juan Rodriguez had a stupid ass record. It was terrible. So they thought he was gonna be a cakewalk, and the nigga clipped him right in Philly, bro, at the 2300 arena. Clipped him, knocked him out. That's what happens, bro. Boxing will expose you. Boxing will expose you. If you're moving wrong, boxing will expose you. If you're not training hard, boxing will expose you. I ain't gonna say his name. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say his name. But he definitely was on that shit. These niggas be cycling on and off the juice. Yeah, that's definitely what he get. And as soon as I seen that shit in his bag, bro, I never dealt with dude again. On my son, I never talked to him again after that. And I was supposed to be like helping him, working in his corner. I refused. And they was offering bread and all. He had a manager that was getting to some money. It was like, yo, we really want you to work his corner. I said, I can't. I can't be won over with money, y'all. Like I just showed y'all time and time again. I cannot be won over with money. There's certain things that I value. There's certain principles that I have instilled in me that money can't move. Nah, he not from my gym. I used to train out in a gym out in Delaware County, Glen Olden. So that's probably like a good 40 minutes from where I'm at right now. You know, up to 95, probably like 10 minutes away from the Philadelphia airport. You feel what I'm saying? And that's where I was training at the time. That's where he was training. This was before we opened our gym back in 2020. This was like 2018, 2019 type shit. Yeah, Delaware County. So that's outside of Philly. Delaware County, probably like 20, 25 minutes from Wilmington. But yeah, he ended up fighting like this scrub bull that he was supposed to beat. He got clipped, knocked out. He tried to slip. And the same. You know what it was? It was the same exact John that Cepeda did to Josue Vargas. You know, Cepeda threw a jab. Josue tried to slip and counter with his left hand, and when he brought his head back to the center line, he ran right into Cepeda's left hand. I ain't gonna say his name, bro. I already told you. If I told you I ain't gonna say nothing, I ain't gonna say it. But I gave you his opponent. I gave you his opponent name. Y'all could go look him up on BoxRec. Y'all can look through the record if y'all want to. Y'all can figure it out yourself. But, yeah, man, I ain't saying no names, bro. Dillian White fights next Sunday. Who gives a fuck? Not talking shit about you, style motion. I'm talking about Dillian. Fuck Dillian. Yeah, bro. I was offered some good money to work his corner, be a part of his team. Nah, I'm cool. I refused. And that was like 2018, 2019. How old was I? 2010. I was like 2021. I was like, nah, I'm cool. Fuck Dillian White, cuz. Who wants to see his little ugly ass fight? Nigga look like Beetlejuice with a heavyweight body. Who the fuck give a fuck about what Dillian White got going on? He ain't no fucking world champion. He ain't nobody. I probably turned down 100K in earnings, not 100K. I turned down 50K. But that ended up working out because that company fell apart. So I probably wasn't going to get all my money anyway. But I turned down 50K because they wanted me to be away while my son, in the process of my son being born. So my son was born on June 12th. So around that time frame of 2023, they wanted me to, go to different cities and around the country and, be a boxing coach for this boxing league. And I said no, because I wasn't going to miss out on my son being born. So I turned that down. Like I said, I think that worked out because from what I heard, everybody didn't get paid and that company fell apart. So, yeah. I turned down 50K though for sure. And they thought I was crazy for that too. I'm like, my son mean more to me than any type of dollar that's on this earth. And that's why I respect Terrence Crawford, because Terrence Crawford will be away at training camp, and then he'll hear, no, I didn't regret it at all. I did that shit again. Nothing will ever, there's no money that you could give me that I'll ever feel better than being there while my son was born. I'm just a different type of nigga, bro. I never cared about money, bro. I get money. I'm successful at what I do. I never had a problem getting a dollar. I'm very skilled, inside and outside of the gym. The job that I got outside of the gym, I'm making really good money. I'm making a really good salary. I don't need boxing. But I make a lot of money in boxing too. You know what I mean? I know, no arrogant, tooting my own horn shit, but no, I don't regret it. I done made way more than 50K since turning that down. You feel me? So no, I'd have did that again. And I would do it again if I happen to have another child or, whenever my son being, anything that's important to my son, I'm there. That's why, like I said, I respect Terrence Crawford, because Terrence Crawford will be in camp getting ready for a fight. And he will fly out to go to his daughter's cheerleading game, like her choir recital, whatever it is, his son's wrestling tournament. So he would have missed none of his kids, big moments, even though he was getting ready for his big moment, even though he was getting ready to put some money, get some money to feed his family, he still came out and supported his kids. Like you gotta love that shit, bro. CK Love says, seriously, my man, I would love to see someone like you and the trainer Birdman. I'm thinking you meant to say Breadman because Birdman is a rapper to be a part of Boots' team. Boots, I would have never, say no shit like that. Boots got a spectacular team, bro. I don't think he has any type of holes in his, team. Bosey's a fucking hell of a coach. You feel what I'm saying? His assistant Lawrence Smalls, knowledgeable dude too. He got a good team, bro. Even though, and I'll be seeing like Greg be helping out with Boots sometimes and shit like that. Sometimes I don't know exactly what the situation is now, but like Rasheem Jefferson, who's another great coach from Philadelphia, he be coming through and helping out Boots too. They more than well off, bro. They don't need me or Breadman if we being real. And I think Breadman could agree. You feel what I'm saying? I don't think he has a team problem where he needs to add somebody to his team. Me and Bud have similar personalities? What you mean? Cause I think what we got in common is that we both devoted fathers. You know what I mean? Mark, do Philly look at Bud soft because he's not entertaining the Boost fight? No. There's a lot of people who actually understanding of Bud and where he's at in his career. A lot of people in Philly respect Bud, and you don't even hear Bosey disrespect Bud. You know what I'm saying? You don't hear Boost disrespect Bud. Bud get a lot of love in Philly. You feel what I'm saying? I just, if y'all gonna be giving Canelo a pass for, fighting whoever he want to fight and all that shit, then you know what I'm saying? Why not give that same that same privilege to Bud? Bud been a champion for over a decade. Performing at a high level, 4-division world champion, just like Canelo. Beat some good names. Came out and had spectacular performances in his one legacy fight. You feel what I'm saying? If he feels like he want to ride off in the sunset, doing whatever he want, I mean that's on him. I don't agree with it, but I mean, if that's the approach you want to take, that's on him. He made it clear Boots ain't on the agenda. He feel like he got bigger fish to fry. Okay. I don't think there's much bigger fish than Boots right now besides Canelo, but, to each his own. That's his opinion. Bomac came on my channel on Mazuma TV and told you that Boots don't bring nothing to the table. That's their perspective. So moving on, I guess they fought people who they felt brought something to the table. Stop motion. I'm the same way. I agree with you. I don't believe in giving legends passes to not fight the young champs. Stop motion. We on the same type of time. Same type of time. I'm not really a fan of that neither, but and the fact that people actually had this mentality where they give these legends passes like that, that's exactly why, boxing fans get treated how the way they do, because they constantly give passes. They so forgiving. You feel what I'm saying? Like Canelo need to be fighting Benavidez. Bud need to be fighting Boots. You feel what I'm saying? I was pulling for Floyd to fight Keith Thurman. When Keith Thurman was calling out Floyd all crazy and was really wanting that smoke, I was calling for Floyd to fight Thurman. Floyd ain't want that. That nigga went and fought Andre Berto and fell his ass back. Floyd successfully got people to switch the narrative up to, Keith fighting Earl. Or Earl was a contender at the time. He was able to make them change their minds, but I was a huge advocate for Keith fighting Floyd at the time because Keith looked dangerous. He was a young, hungry, up-and-coming lion. And, Floyd was at the top of boxing, but he was on his way out. I was looking forward to seeing that. I really wanted to see that fight, Anonymous. Yes, I did. I really wanted to see that. Thurman was that exciting, up-and-coming fighter who I thought Floyd would have beat, but I really wanted to see that. I'm crazy, bro. Y'all gotta think back to the times, bro. Keith Thurman was really out here knocking shit out. This is like when he was really one time was out here putting on excited performances. I seen the nigga get hurt, come back, stop the nigga. I'm like, yo, this nigga Thurman, you know what I'm saying? He doing this thing. I wanted to see that young, hungry lion get that opportunity at a legend. I don't know. I just like I didn't think Keith was gonna beat Floyd, but I was looking forward to seeing that dynamic. I wanted to see the young, hungry lion. I wanted to see that young, hungry lion get that opportunity at Floyd. Paulie Duck Keith. Paulie ain't want no smoke, man. He was trying to hold on to that title for as long as he could. You feel what I'm saying? He didn't want that work. Keith would have stopped Paulie with the quickness at that time. Thurman was on a rampage around that time. You better not duck me, son. Hell yeah, Paulie ain't want that smoke. Wasn't enough money at the time. How the fuck am I crazy for wanting that? Keith Thurman was knocking niggas out and running his mouth. Getting a lot of attention, around his name. I wanted to see it. There's nothing wrong with that. Bro, you're not understanding what I'm saying. Yo, Thomas, shut the fuck up and just listen to what I'm saying, bro. I never said Keith did anything for the Floyd fight. I said I wanted to see the fight. I wanted to see the fight because Keith was that young, hungry lion on the come up that was out here smoking shit. He was entertaining. He had punching power. He was explosive. He had hand speed. He showed he could box. He was passing fights with flying colors, man. So I wanted to see how Floyd would do with a young, hungry lion, young, energetic, hungry lion like Keith Thurman. What the fuck is wrong with that? Like I said, I thought Floyd would have beat him. I just wanted to see how Keith Thurman would have approached that fight if he got the opportunity. Anonymous never called me crazy. Show me where he said that. He just asked, you called for Floyd to fight Thurman. I wanted to see that, bro. I was really intrigued. I wanted to see how that shit would have went. But I think Floyd would have got him. Floyd would have got him. They would have said, Keith was too green anyway, but it was interesting. It was interesting at the time. Then Earl came around and then Keith showed his true colors. And I'm like, oh, so he pussy. All right, cool. That's good to know. Crazy how Thurman used to call Spence a young up-and-comer, but they were like the same age. Facts. They're not even that far away in age. They're in the same age group. Let's get into a few more topics before I get up out of here, man. I know my son gonna get up early. Oh, man. They weren't fantasy fights. They weren't fantasy fights. Fantasy fights is when two fighters from two different eras fight each other, like Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson. You know what I'm saying? Lennox Lewis, Deontay Wilder, shit like that. That's fantasy fights. If they both, active at the same time, that's a fight that could have been a reality, but they chose not to rumble. You know what I'm saying? Like George Foreman and Mike Tyson, they was rumbling at the same time. That wasn't a fantasy fight. That was just a fight that never was made. Yeah, Keith disappointing. Keith definitely disappointing. He could have been a lot greater than what he turned out to be. It's sad how he let that Well, he was plagued with injuries, so that definitely played a part. But Keith Thurman has openly admitted to turning down fights and being okay with being on the shelf. He avoided fighting during the pandemic because he felt like that was the most boring shit ever. Who Charlo gonna fight next? Hey man, it depends. If Charlo want a little tune up or whatever, you know what I'm saying? He could go run it back with Lubin. Jesus Ramos about the Rumble. He got a lot of options, bro. He go ahead, he could go run it back with Lubin if he want a little warm up or whatever. Who else at 154 that he could rumble? That's with PBC. It don't even gotta be a PBC fighter for real. For real. He could activate that champion and reset shit with the WBA he got, and get in there with Terrence Crawford. There's a lot of shit. Start motion, don't fuck with the PBC. I mean, that's another big opportunity. Like Fundora and Jermell, that's a hell of a fucking fight, bro. I think Jermell will get him though. I think Jermell will smoke Fundora. I think stylistically, bro, if Jermell start landing them punches, on Fundora, he'll pack Fundora up. You said I fuck with Eddie Hearn on the low. You got me fucked up, Thomas. I like some of the fighters he got signed. But me liking Eddie Hearn as an individual, you got me fucked up. I don't fuck with none of these promoters, bro. I view all of them the same. All of them. But, all right, y'all, I'm going to get up out of here, man. I'm getting tired of shit. There's energy down the drain at this point. And I got to catch up on these Z's because I know my son going to wake up nice and early tomorrow. So I appreciate everybody that came through and showed love. If y'all can hit the like button on the way out, that'll be very much appreciated. Shout out to the nation. Shout out to the mob. Shout out to Mazuma TV clips. He got one of my clips going viral, you know what I mean, in the boxing community right now. I appreciate him taking the time to, make this channel more recognizable and just being a bigger brand overall, man. You feel what I'm saying? We on the road to 3K. We well into the 2,400 mark. About to hit that mid 2,400 mark, in due time. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to the nation and the mob. Y'all have a blessed, beautiful night. I'll be back at y'all tomorrow with some we're going to do some live fight commentary tomorrow, bro. I ain't going to hold you. You know what I'm saying? After I'm done doing what I'm doing, ripping and running around, I got to go to the gym, take my son to the mall and shit like that. After I do that, I'm gonna fall back, you know what I mean? Get nice and relaxed, put my son to sleep. And then we gonna watch these fights, man. We gonna watch these fights. We got a lot of fights to catch up on, so or get in tune with at least. You know what I mean? So be on the lookout for that. Until then, this was Mazuma TV. Y'all have a blessed, beautiful night. I'm out of here, man. Peace.